Okay, this is your Geometry Unit 7 sample test review on right triangles. Number 1, find the geometric mean between 6 and 12. Pen. Let's see, red. Let's make it that thick. Okay. Find the geometric mean between 6 and 12, round to the nearest tenth. Okay, since we don't know the geometric mean, that's going to be our variable. And we know the geometric mean always goes on the diagonal. So 6 and 12 are going to go here. Cross multiply, we've got x squared equals 72. Both sides are going to take the square root. So we've got x equals 8.5. That's number 1. Number 2 says 14 is the geometric mean between 7 and x. So this time 14 goes on the diagonal, and we have 7 and x. 14 squared is 196. So we've got 7x equals 196. This time I'm not taking the square root. I'm going to divide by 7. Just trying to get x by itself. And x equals 28. And you can check that by putting it over the 14. 28 over 14 is the same as 14 over 7. And we're done with number 2. Number 3, solve for x round to the nearest tenth. Okay, we know that the geometric mean is always going to be up here. It's never going to be part of this. So x is going to be the geometric mean of the number around the corner, whole bottom. Since we have a y here, we can't do that yet. First we have to find out what y is. So again, we know that 12 is going to be the geometric mean of y and 4. So 12 goes on the diagonal. And y and 4 go right here. So 4 times y is 4y. 12 times 12 is 144. Divide that by 4. We have y equals 36. So this equals 36. We know we need the whole bottom, hypotenuse. 36 plus 4 is going to be 40. So now we can say that x is the geometric mean of 36 and 40. Cross multiply, that gives us x squared equals 1440. Square root of 1440 is 37.9. So x equals 37.9. And that's what we needed to find. Number 4, solve for x, y, and z. Okay, well, x, y, and z are all the geometric means, so we just need to find those. First, we're going to find out what this is. 36 plus 16, and that's 52. So x is the geometric mean of 36 and 52. So 36 times 52 is 1872. Square root of 1872 is 43.3, so x equals 43.3. Box that off to separate it. And y. Y is right here. That's going to be the geometric mean of these two numbers. So y is the geometric mean, and we've got 36 and 16. So y squared equals 36 times 16. That's 576. And we're going to square root both of those. So y equals 24. And now z. Z is here, and we're going to use 16 and 52 for z. So z goes on the diagonal, and 16 and 52 go here. 16 times 52 equals 18. 832. So z squared equals 832. Square root of 832 is 28.8, so z equals 28.8. Number 5. Solve for x round to the nearest 10th. Okay, we've got sides now, so we can use a Pythagorean theorem on this. 16 is the biggest one, hypotenuse, so we're going to do 9 squared plus x squared equals 16 squared. That's 81 plus x squared equals 256. Subtract 81 from both sides. X squared equals 175. Square root of that is 13.2. So square root that, x equals 13.2. Number 6, solve for x round to the nearest 10th. This time x is the hypotenuse. We're going to do 9 squared plus 16 squared equals x squared. 81 plus 256 equals x squared. That's 337 equals x squared. Square root of that, 18.4. So x equals 18.4. That's number 6. Number 7. Which set of measures represents the sides of a right triangle? For it to be a right triangle, it has to fit a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we're going to just plug these in until we find one that works. Let's start with 8 squared plus 9 squared equals 10 squared. And if you plug 8 squared plus 9 squared into your calculator, you'll get 145. So 145 is right here, and 10 times 10 is 100. Those two not equal, so A is not our answer. Next one, we got 10, 26, and 24. 26 is the biggest one, so we're going to do 10 squared plus 24 squared equals 26 squared. 10 squared is 100. 24 squared is 576. 26 squared is 676. And that works, so that's right, it's right there. Number 8, solve for x. So we've got x here, 8 is the hypotenuse, so we're going to do x squared plus x squared equals 8 squared. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared. That's equal to 64. We're going to get rid of that 2. That gives us x squared equals 32. Square root of 32 is 5.7. So x equals 5.7. Number 9, solve for x round to the nearest 10th. Okay, this looks like a trigonometry problem since we've got the angle. So let's circle the angle. Hypotenuse is crossing a right angle, and this is on the other side opposite. We remember our mnemonic, so toa. So we're going to use this one. So we're going to do sine of the angle is equal to the opposite, which is x, over the hypotenuse, which is 15. Cross multiply gives us x equals 15 times the sine of 15. Type 15 sine 15 in our calculator. That gives us x equals 3.9. Number 10. Solve for x round to the nearest degree. Here's our angle here, and we don't know it. And we've got hypotenuse, and this is adjacent, so we're a and h. We're going to use cosine, so cosine of x is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. Whenever we don't know the angle, we just have to do second, then cosine, and then 15 divided by 30. So second cosine 15 divided by 30 equals 60. So x equals 60 degrees. Number 11. Solve for x and y. Alright, here's our angle. Our hypotenuse always stays the same. So x is going to be opposite. And from this angle, y is adjacent. So we're going to use two different ratios this time. For x, we're going to use sine. So sine of 60 equals x over 4. So cross multiply, x equals 4 sine 60. 4 sine 60 is 3.5, so x equals 3.5. And then the cosine of 60 is equal to y over 4. Cross multiply, y equals 4 cosine 60. 4 cosine 60 equals 2. So y equals 2. That's number 11. 12. Solve for x round to the nearest tenth. X, we're looking for the angle again. This time we have opposite, adjacent. We're going to use tan. So tan of x equals 18 over 13. When we don't know the angle, we're going to do second tan 18 divided by 13. Second tan 18 divided by 13 is 54.2. Nearest tenth, so x equals 54.2. And that is number 12. And that is 1 through 12. We're done.